I'm Kristal Hart, and we are at Yale University, where the U.S. Postal Service honors William F. Buckley Jr. on a postal stamp. William F. Buckley Jr. was a defining figure in modern U.S. conservatism. As founder of the National Review and host of the public television series Firing Line, Buckley he shaped the conservative movement into a powerful political force. He was awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom in 1999, and today he is being recognized on a U.S. postal stamp. With us, the son of William F. Buckley Jr., Christopher Buckley. Now, Christopher, tell me, this is a 1960, from the 1960, this photograph?
I think it's about 1967. Yeah, he's, you can't see, but he's on his sailboat, which provided me with the inspiration for the line in my speech that it captures him at the helm of his sailboat while he's out for a cocktail cruise on Long Island Sound in the middle of a raging northeast gale, which I do not exaggerate. Or alternately, it captures him as he's being told that he actually won the 1965 New York mayoral election and is on the verge of demanding a recount.
So he was very adventurous, as well as having a great vocabulary.
He was adventurous. Great, great men. Always, they take these risks. He, in the context of his sailing, if there was a storm coming when everyone else would be taking in sail, I certainly would be reducing sail. He was putting more up. And it was often made for a scary ride, but you knew that you were in the presence of greatness, I suppose you could say.
Well, it coincides with what would be his 100th birthday. Is there any special story that he might want the world to know that?
Well, I think he will turn 100 on November 24th of this year. And I think the best I can't think of a better 100th birthday present than a stamp.
I agree. And I want to ask, he played such a great big role in the conservative movement. What would he think of today's conservative movement, do you think?
Well, you tempt me into tricky terrain. He was actually asked not long before he died, because why would anyone ask him after he died? But he was forgive me, he was asked shortly before he died what he thought of the current state of conservatism, and his reply was very WFB-ish. He said that he thought modern conservatism was in need of repristination. A lot of people would have to look that up in the dictionary, but it means to renew, clean, some cleaning would be in order.
Okay, and just to end, what all did he add to the political debate?
Well, he elevated the debate. I mean, he made it about ideas and issues. It was never ad hominem. He didn't call people names. He also reached out and to people who were completely opposite to him in politics and invited them to to give it their best shot, to make their argument. And he would engage on those grounds. And remarkably, this will sound sort of cliched, but many of his best friends were liberals and Democrats, people like the late John Kenneth Galbraith, the famous Harvard economist. I mean, they wouldn't agree on what time the sun was going to rise, but they were devoted friends to each other. They enjoyed the argument. It was a feast. It wasn't a battleground. It was, it was a meal. And I think we could use some more of that today.
And how would he feel about going around the world on bills, Con Edison bills, and a stamp?
Well, I think he'd be standing in a line at the post office saying, "Do you have any more?"
And I'm Kristal Hart reporting from Yale University on the William F. Buckley Jr. stamp. Hope you've enjoyed the show. Thanks for watching, and mail a letter today.